Hey guys, RanterInShades here, Xlasma First Amendment Rights stream style. How you doing? Those of you watching. So, if you saw the community tab post I made today, gears are beginning to turn. I'm wanting to try to end the hiatus and come back with something. It's just a matter of figuring out what I would like to come back with. But for now, I just want to do something a little simple, something that doesn't require too much planning for now, because, you know, when scripting, that requires a lot of planning. So, what I'm wanting to do in this stream is, if you've watched the likes of Adam Neely or Become the Night, they've made some videos about this musical IQ test that was made by Harvard, and I would like to take this test for you because it seems like fun. You can be sure I don't have, like, either of their videos, like, memorized or anything like that, so I know what the right answers are. There's only, like, maybe a couple things about it that I remember. But other than that, that is what I would like to do for this stream. I think it's about time that I start this this IQ test here. And sorry if the window capture is glitchy at all. I don't know what the deal is with that. But this is what I'm going to be doing for most of the stream, is this thing right here. So, once again, if you're just popping in right now and didn't hear me talking about this, if you watch Adam Neely or Become the Night and have seen their videos about this musical IQ test, I'm going to be taking that here. So, let's read what it says here. This experiment is being conducted by researchers at Harvard University. Before you decide to participate, please read the following information. We study how the mind works. Specifically, in this research, we are investigating how people make sense of music they hear. We will play you some sounds. You can use speakers or headphones. We will ask you questions about what you hear. The experiment takes at least 20 minutes. Okay. We will ask you to answer questions concerning your emotions and behaviors, your preferences and beliefs about music and the arts, your engagement with musical activities, your personal history of music exposure and training, and some demographic information about you and your family. I don't remember either Adam or Mike talking about this in their videos, but okay. We will also ask you to look at pictures or words and respond to them. This helps us to understand a bit more about how you are feeling. For example, you might feel especially happy or sad while playing our games, and this task helps us to measure how happy or sad you feel. This research has no known risk or anticipated direct benefits. You will not receive compensation for participating in this experiment. You know, I'm not asking for compensation. You know, if they want to pay me, cool, but I'm not expecting that. Your participation in this research is completely voluntary. You can end your participation at any time without penalty. Your participation is completely anonymous. Your responses will be stored securely on a server at Harvard University under password protection. Your experiment data may be shared with other researchers. The results and data from this experiment will be shared with the public. After the experiment, we will explain several ways to be informed about the research. If you have questions or problems, you can contact us at that. By proceeding, you agree to participate in this experiment. If you guys don't know, I was a music technology major in college from 2012 to 2016. And prior to this, I took AP Music Theory in high school and got me waived from Theory 1 by the time I was in college, which was pretty cool. I was kind of ahead of the curve, I guess. I like to think I was pretty smart when it came to theory. I don't think I'm a genius or anything like that. And I'm sure the results of this are going to kind of prove that. There's some things I'm a little rusty on, probably. But this will kind of show you, you know, those of you that kind of view me as a genius of any kind, how much of a genius I am or anything like that. I suppose I should also mention the college I went to. I revealed it in one of my videos by the time I graduated, Manhattanville College in Purchase, New York. They offer technology as a concentration within music over there. There's performance, business, education, technology, and musical theater. And I went with technology because at the time I wanted to go into audio engineering. I kind of decided against that at this point, but yeah. So let's begin this. Have you played this game before? Well, I've watched 2 YouTubers do this. I don't know if that counts. Think about how you feel while you listen to music. In general, how do you enjoy music? I'm definitely on this end, given that it's a big part of what I talk about on here, as well as in my personal life. Most people know me for being a complete dork when it comes to talking about music, particularly music I like. I'm going to put it, like, right over here. Maybe a little lower, because there's always that end that, is, kind of apprehensive, I guess. So, how good do you think your music listening skills are? Things like remembering melodies, hearing out-of-tune notes, or hearing a beat that is out of sync with the music. Either worse than other people or better than other people. I would say probably here. I do have perfect pitch. I can name notes. I can name I can name intervals. Certain chords I'm kind of rusty with. Not the greatest which is why a big part of why I don't like to call myself a genius about this stuff at all. But I have generally perfect pitch, I like to think. So I'm going to put it like there. First, we'll play you a calibration tone. Listen to the tone and turn up the volume on your device until the calibration tone is at a loud but comfortable level. Press any key to continue. And I'll try to keep up with the chat as I'm doing this. I'm a dork about music too. It's how I open every conversation with strangers. And that's the kind of people that my content is supposed to appeal to, I guess. Press any key to continue. All right. I'm gonna get copyright claimed, yeah, no money for me, da, 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 da. Okay, so, before I do this, can you guys just tell me if you heard that, okay? Will the type of guitar you use affect your guitar playing? Like, would you have a different playing technique, a less pawl-shaped guitar than a Strat-shaped one? I like to think it doesn't really matter that much. Some people think it does, depending on, like, different woods you use or what kind of neck you're using. Some people even think that a floating bridge affects the tone. I've always been kind of skeptical about that. But I don't know. I like to think it's more about the amp, the pedals, the strings, maybe, than it is about anything else. Okay, you heard the Mario theme there, fine. So that's good, because if you aren't able to hear it, that would be a problem, and this stream would be completely pointless. What is your gender? Male, female, or other? And what is up, Space Metal? Ferrari, yo. I'm going to be talking about that after I finish this little test here. But yeah. Do I even make money on my videos? No. It's a joke. If I was, I would, if I was, I would, I would probably be getting monetization claimed, even if I still get copyright claims on my videos, even if they aren't monetized, so it doesn't really make a difference. I really don't like getting copyright claims, because I just don't think I should be getting it. Okay, but yeah, male. How old are you? 26. Continue. Where do I live? Country, United States. What is your native language? English. Do I have hearing impairment? You'd think so, but no. I've never actually been wearing earplugs to any of the concerts I've been to. My hearing should be terrible, but it isn't. When you are singing, can you tell if you are out of tune or off key? Maybe not in the moment so much as if I'm listening to myself. I'm going to say not sure for this. Felix Wolf is here too. Cool. I identify as a good boy. You're a very good boy. You are one of the goodest of boys. Can you tap in time with a musical beat? Yes, because I was originally a drummer, if you can see the drums back there at all, before guitar ended up sort of taking over as my primary instrument. Tell us about the place where you are playing this game. A very noisy place, somewhat noisy, somewhat quiet, and a very quiet. Well, there's nobody down here right now, so... Are you wearing headphones? No. In this game, you'll take part in 3 short tests of musical ability. Each of the 3 tests is separate from one another and is about a different musical ability. Beat perception, tuning perception, and melodic discrimination. Different people spend different amounts of times on this game, but it usually takes at least 20 minutes to finish. You will earn points. I don't recall there being points earned. By listening carefully and answering questions about the music we play you, at the end, we'll give you a score, your musical IQ. Your broad shoulders block the drums. Maybe you'll see it if I... Actually, I know why you aren't seeing it, because I'm not on my main window over here. There they are. Back to here. So continue. You are now taking test 1 of 3. This test is about hearing tuning in music. For each question on this test, you will hear 2 examples of the same music. Sometimes the singer will be in tune with the music, but in other clips, the singer will be out of tune with the music. Your job is to choose the example where the singer is more out of tune. All right, so... First, let's listen to some examples. Continue. In this example, the singer is in tune with the music. Click here to play.
The wind blew my name through the trees, the sun painted portraits of me in the sky.
Continue.
The wind blew my name through the trees, the sun painted portraits of me in the sky.
I'm sure some indie snobs would probably tell you that that sounds fine. All right. Let's practice. You will hear 2 examples of the same music. In one example, the singer will be in tune, and the other example, the singer will be out of tune. Your job is to choose where the singer is more out of tune. All right.
So goodbye to Bolero, my sentimental friend. I don't know when I will drop the needle on you again. So goodbye to Bolero, my sentimental friend. I don't know when I will drop the needle on you again.
All right. And you guys are free to play along with this if you want in the chat. So definitely the first here. And it was correct. Sweet. Continue.
Are you for me, baby? I disagree when you tell me the purpose for the passing of time. Are you for me, baby? I disagree when you tell me the purpose for the passing of time.
Okay. I don't think the gang or group vocals really helped with that. Sounded like it would have been like a new wave song in the 80s and whatnot. It reminded me of like The Cure and stuff like that. So I'm going to say the first one for this. And it was correct. Swell. And I'll try to keep up with the chat as I'm doing this. Bjork meets Jethro Tull. Are you ready to continue, or would you like to do the practice questions again? I would like to continue. Now we will begin the main test. Don't worry if you find the questions difficult. If you aren't sure of the answer, it's always okay to make a guess. In fact, most people do best on this test when they don't think too hard about their answers and just follow their intuitions. Okay, that's pretty much what Adam Neely and Mike the Music Snob did in their videos, so that's what we will do here.
Like many men I can behave.
This sounds like Smashing Pumpkins.
Like many men I can behave.
Yeah, didn't that sound like Smashing Pumpkins a little bit? Or like some 90s rock band? I'm going to say first.
I could fly through the sky on the open sea. I could fly through the sky on the open sea.
Sounds like a Broadway thing. The first one was so bad.
Like your tongue-tied mothers and your paper-plane fathers. Like your tongue-tied mothers and your paper-plane fathers.
That one reminded me of Garbage a little. The band Garbage, not like actual garbage. First.
I know your voice. I hear it from the depths of the void. I know your voice. I hear it from the depths of the void.
Who did that sound like? Sounds like 80s, I think. Maybe even like 2000s or something. The second I'm going to say. This one is a little difficult. Didn't really hear too much difference there. Guess that means I'm not much of a genius. I guess also because I was just thinking a bit too hard on what this might sound like. It reminds me of like early 2000s like soft rock, adult contemporary, the kind of shit that my parents would always play on the radio. I'm gonna guess second. Ooh, sweet. That was correct. Very creative lyricism. Second one I think was a little more off there.
Stay long as you like. It's a sad vocation. Stay long as you like. It's a sad vocation.
Huh. That one's another one where I didn't really hear much difference there. They both sounded pretty on to me. I'm going to say first, but first I want to try to not let the chat feel alienated. Neil Young meets Smashing Pumpkins. Okay. The female one sounds like Maps by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Who would slander themselves by naming themselves Garbage anyway? Yeah, I kind of agree that probably wasn't the best choice of a name for them. They're an okay band. I wonder how actual Garbage would sound if it could sing. The answer is Cardi B. The gothic one is Evanescence. Not sure I heard Evanescence there. Evanescence is a bit heavier than that. The grunge one is Lifehouse with singer from Stone Temple Pilots. I didn't really hear much Scott Weiland with that. Lifehouse I can kind of see. But anyway, back to this. I'm going to guess first. Ooh, fuck. This one would be easier if she was singing a little louder. But second one.
Air traffic control, I'm coming down. Was
Hi, Billie
waiting on
Eilish.
your word, flying round and round. Air traffic control, I'm coming down. Was waiting on your word, flying round and round.
Actually, that's like Billie Eilish with Ellie Goulding's accent. Let me look at the chat. Cardi G is for garbage. My Bloody Valentine, another band I haven't really looked into. Second, easily.
You say, oh, what if she loves you? She might be thinking of you, wants you around anyway. You say, oh, what if she loves you? She might be thinking of you, wants you around anyway.
More stuff I could sort of see on the radio in like the 2000s. First, woo!
My rival head is up the loser. Keep on screaming till you say you are. My rival head is up the loser. Keep on screaming till you say you are.
First? Fuck.
Things are different when she's gone, and I know why. Things are different when she's gone, and I know why.
Sounds more like late 2000s right there. I'm gonna say second for that. Damn it.
Yeah, you know that all that I have, I will share with you. With you. Yeah, you know that all that I have, I will share with you. With you.
Second. Woo!
Though I know I said nothing at all.
Other guy that sounds like John Lennon.
Millions of elegant pages. Though I know I said nothing at all. Through the millions of elegant pages.
I'm gonna go first for this. What? She sounded so off in the second one. What the hell? All right, so now that that's done, let me catch up with the chat. Block Party. I guess that's an interesting name there. Coldplay with a deeper voice. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yep. Beatles sounds exactly like John Lennon. The female one with the piano is Keen featuring Billie Eilish, so I'm not the only one that hears Billie Eilish with that. Joni Mitchell. Okay, so completed the tuning perception test. Next. This test is about hearing melodies in music. For each question on this test, you will hear the same tune 3 times. Each time, the tune will be in a different key. This is like, excuse me, singing a song in a higher or lower voice. But one of the tunes will be the odd one out. Its notes will have changed. So basically, you know, one of these will be a transposition of a melody, while one will not be a transposition, basically. Hey, it's happy birthday. second one was very clearly not happy birthday. Okay, I guess that was the practice. That one was different. Actually, I think that one was different. I'm going to say 3 for that one. Woo! Correct. See, this one's going to be tricky. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really paying that much attention there because the melody was going on for so long. So, again, I'm probably going to get mocked right now. If I was in a conservatory right now, everybody in the class would be calling me a retard. I'm going to say 2. Okay, it was the first one. All right. Whatevs. Are you ready to continue, or I would like to do the practice questions again? Let me look at the chat first. The second one is someone practicing their pentatonic scales on piano. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Now we'll begin the main text. We'll play you 11 questions like the ones that you've just tried. Don't worry if you find the questions difficult. If you aren't always sure of the answer, it's always okay to make a guess. In fact, most people do this on the test when they don't think too hard about their answers and just follow their intuitions, just like what they said before. I don't know if you heard my Facebook message notification sound, but it sounded really in key with the first one, but the first one was different. Third one, easily. Second one. Getting trickier. I think second for that. If it's not second, then first. This one I'm going to go with third. Yes! Second one, I heard a different note there. Definitely the third one there. Let's Jurassic Park. I suppose one of them sounded like the Jurassic Park theme. Attention span was kind of wandering for that one. I think the first? Yes! I think third for that one. Ah. Ooh, those were some funky ones. I think I heard, like, a tritone kind of note in the second one. It sounded really funky. This one I'm going to go with third. Woo! Alright, I finished. So, that one was trickier, because, you know, people do tell me I have a pretty good memory. I have a memory for, you know, a number of things from the past. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we used to have this, foam map of the United States with Mickey Mouse characters on it, and it was through that I memorized the state capitals, as well as, like, you know, the locations of all of the states, and I remember all that to this day. But that's more long-term memory than short-term, I guess, so I guess that might be an issue. I think it helps to close your eyes when listening to these. I mean, I'm not really being given much of a visual anyway, so I don't know. But yeah, that was the memory test portion. So I did better than I predicted I would, because whenever I watched Adam Neely's video on this and Become the Knight's video on this, I would always kind of screw up a little when I was following along with it. So, hopefully I didn't do that bad. You are now taking test 3 of 3. This test is about hearing the beat in music. This one should be very easy, considering, you know, I am a drummer, technically. On each question, we'll play you 2 examples of music. Each example will have a beep track playing along with the music. In some examples, the beep will be on the beat, and in other examples, they will not be on the beat. Your job is to tell us which of the examples has the beeps that are the most on the beat. Sometimes it will be very hard to tell. I have a pretty good sense of tempo and rhythm, so shouldn't be too hard for me. First, we'll listen to some examples. Okay, in this music, the beeps are on the beat. With that, it just sounded like someone was having a bunch of swears bleeped out in a movie during, like, an action scene. But yeah, that's what it sounds like there. On each question, you will hear the same music played twice. 2 versions will have different beep tracks. Your job is to choose which music had beeps that were the most on beat. First, let's practice. On the beat first. Second one sounded much better. First one sounded really avant-garde, like there isn't supposed to be a tempo. That's what's so cool about it, man. It's actually part of the reason why the band 65 Days of Static is kind of hard for me to listen to, because they're so fucking weird with their concept and whatnot of everyone playing in like a different tempo and whatnot. Are you ready to continue, or would you like to do the practice questions again? Press go back to try the practice samples again, or next to continue. Next. Now we'll begin the main test. Don't worry if you find the question difficult. If you aren't sure of the answer, it's always okay to make a guess. In fact, most people do best on tests when they don't think too hard about the answer, just follow the intuitions. I think first for that one. '70s. The beep was very behind on that second one. Sounded like some neat old like 70s classic rock, or 60s. Sounded like some funny montage music. Second. I think second one for that. Sounded like a John Mayer thing with that. Second, I think. Definitely first for that one. That one sounded like 80s hard rock with that one. I know what I'm going to pick, but I'm going to see what the chat's now saying. Hey, Chelsea, what's up? One of them sounded like Springsteen. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I'm going to go with second. I think this is a part that I remember from Adam Neely's video when he was talking about how the beep was kind of in tune with the song, and that kind of made it a bit difficult to hear. Wasn't difficult for me to hear, but second. That one sounded like an underwater scene, I think. Second? First. Definitely first. Some little Hawaiian dance music. What? Second. What? Second. More 70s, 80s hard rock right there. First for that one. That sounded like SpongeBob music. I'm going to say second. Woo! Awesome. So we finished that. Right on. Nice work on the 3 tests. We have just a few questions for you before we compute your scores. All right then. Have you ever experienced chills or goosebumps in response to music? The answer is yes, but I'm going to go with sometimes for that. On an average day, how much time do you spend making music, using musical instruments, or singing? This could be by yourself with other people. I make a point to do it, to come down here and noodle around on guitar at least once a day. For, I would say, 1 to 2 hours. When you were little, how often did your parents sing to you? Good question. I definitely have some recollections of them doing it. I'm going to say 2 to 3 times. Probably because, there were probably some different points. There was like a song they had for brushing my teeth. A song they had for, this is going to sound really fucking funny to you guys. But whenever I was being potty trained, my mom used to sing a parody of the Winnie the Pooh song. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Except, get this. Instead, it was Winnie the Poop. Get it? Because his name is Pooh. And poo is another term for feces? That's fucking funny, laugh! But yeah, they had different songs for stuff. Think of your skill at making music using a musical instrument or singing. How would you rate your own skill? I'm told I have a lot of skill. I would not say I'm an expert, though. I like to think I'm average. I like to think of myself as kind of an average guitarist, maybe above average a little. I don't think I'm that great, if I'm to be honest. I watch a lot of guitar players, listen to a lot of guitar players, and it's like, I like to think of if I can do that, and if I think I could be able to do that. Sometimes it's like, okay, that's a bit out of my range. Do you think you have perfect pitch? Sometimes you refer to this as absolute pitch. I would say, I've been told yes. But at times, I was talking about this earlier before I started this, about my perfect pitch. I'm going to say probably for this. Have you ever taken music lessons? Yes. Not for guitar, it was kind of brief. I did take lessons for drums, but whenever I had guitar instruction, it was pretty, It was pretty brief. Didn't really last too long, so I'm mostly self-taught with guitar. What instrument did you study in your music lessons? Check all that apply. Percussion, drum set, guitar. Continue. How old were you when you began music lessons? Originally I played violin in 3rd grade when they gave you the option to play an orchestra instrument. But then in 4th grade, I think I talked about this in a Q&A a long time ago, when someone asked about, about like which instruments I play or something like that. But in 4th grade is when they give you an option to take up a band instrument, and those looked like a lot more fun than violin. I ended up choosing percussion for this one because I just did not like the feel of any of the mouthpieces. So, like, haha, you suckers have to do the circular breathing while I don't, ha ha ha. But I didn't start actually taking lessons until I was in 5th grade, and by that time I was 10. Why did you start art music lessons? It definitely wasn't a parent made me. I mean, I guess it was encouraged by the time I started playing an instrument, but I never felt like I was being forced to. Friends were starting music lessons, so I did too. Definitely not that. Music lessons were a school requirement. Nope. So, by default, it would be this one. How much did you enjoy your music lessons? Liked them a lot. Think about your peers in the time when you first did music lessons. How did your musical skills compare to theirs? Now with this, I'm going to be comparing myself to the other guys who played percussion at the time. I didn't know anybody who played guitar back in elementary school. I wouldn't meet them until middle school. I would consider myself a little better. Have you ever had any music theory training? Prior to taking AP theory, no. So I'll probably go with some. On an average day, how much time do you spend listening to music and or watching videos that include music? Pfft. What do you think I do all day? I'm going to go with either of these two. I spend a lot of time listening to music. I think I might have talked about this before in a video about something I remember hearing on one of the Going Off podcast episodes with fucking Muse and Rap Critic, and they were talking about Anthony Fantano, and Rap Critic mentioned he always has to be listening to music, and the more I think about it, the more true that kind of sounds. So I'm going to be fair and go with this one. How familiar are you with traditional music from around the world? Well, my only real exposure to this would be in college. I didn't really listen to too much of like traditional music in high school outside of, band, but I'm not sure that's what you'd call traditional. Probably this. Do you currently have any illnesses, disabilities, or health conditions? I don't know if Asperger's counts as an illness. I'm not sure if I want to answer that for this. I probably will. Please tell us the names of any illnesses, disabilities. Okay. Asperger's syndrome. What is the highest level of education that you have completed? I think this one is the one I click. How would you describe your race? Very clearly black. No. Are you Hispanic or Latino? No. Prog art pop. What is your current household income? I have no idea. I've never really talked with my mom about finances. I'm gonna go with... I don't even know how much of your business this is. I'm not even sure how accurate it's gonna be. I'm gonna be kind of generous and guess this. Would you like to participate in a follow-up study in the future? If so, please enter your email address. I don't know. I'm probably only going to do this if one of my subscriptions makes a video saying, hey, remember that musical IQ thing that I did? Well, there's a follow-up to that. I'm going to skip that. Would you like to leave us any feedback? This is optional. If you don't want to leave any feedback, just press continue. If you do, please let us know. Haven't been having any of these problems. I'm going to skip that. Okay. So, our estimate of your musical IQ is 118. You did as well as or better. I was just trying to think if that was grammatically correct. Or better than 88.49% of people. Wow. Okay. Thanks. We estimated your score in the same way as real IQ tests do, based on all the other people who have taken the test. We set 100 as the average score, following a normal distribution with a standard deviation of 15. That means that most people, 68% of them, score between 85 and 115, and nearly everybody, 95% of people, scores between 70 and 130. This is a new test, however, and so if you didn't do very well, don't worry. The test might be wrong. And even if your musical skills could use some work, rest assured, as far as we know, many people who have difficulty making music still enjoy listening to music very much. I mean, I'm not looking at this as like the end-all be-all. I'm not going to use this to say, hey, look, guys, I'm a genius, or I'm fucking retarded compared to this other person, or anything like that. But yeah, details, scores on the 3 subtests we use. Let me scroll. What the hell? Okay. So there's like a 3D model, it looks like, that I can scroll in right there. Mistuning perception, 111. Melodic discrimination, 117. Wow. I did better there than the tuning perception one. That's weird. Percentile rank 74.75 and 90.88 for this. And the beat alignment I of course did the best with. Again, being a drummer kind of helps with that. With 125. Percentile rank 99.02. Holy fuck. We think that performance on a test like this might accurately predict people's ability to play a musical instrument or sing. People who are very skilled musicians might be more skilled at being able to tell how the tunes differ from one another. This is just a hypothesis, though. It might turn out to be wrong. Okay. By participating in this research, you are helping us to learn more about how musical abilities vary across different populations, ages, locations, and more, and how musical abilities might be related to musical experiences, like listening to lots of music online or attending music classes in school. Alright, so that is it for this. Let's go back to the main window.
1 hour later.
Think it's about time I'm gonna cut the stream here, because things are slowing down a bit, and I would like to get some food because I'm pretty hungry. Part of the reason I have this on me is so I can have something to put in my stomach to hold me over before I actually put some food in. So thanks guys for tuning into this. Hope you enjoyed the musical IQ test. Hope the rest of the discussions here were interesting. Thanks guys for tuning in. Hopefully I can begin work on something soon because I would like to. I just need to get myself into, a mood to start a script, as well as decide which script I would like to start. If it's a script I could have fun with, that doesn't sound too incredibly daunting. And we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully I don't leave you guys waiting too long. Otherwise, I'll probably, do another stream next week. Unless, something, comes up that I really want to do a stream about. But yeah, thanks for hanging out.